and gentlemen, and welcome to the barn here at Southside High School. Tonight's 6A West matchup between the visiting Bentonville West Lady Wolverines and your Southside Mavericks. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise, remove your cap, draw your attention to the board above the floor as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You are watching West Wolverine basketball, presented by Bob Mori Auto Body and by Foster Roofing. From what they call the barn, a brand new arena here at Fort Smith Southside High School in Fort Smith. We welcome you to 6A West basketball. The Wolverines trying to pull to 500 in conference play, and a great opportunity to do so as they take on the Southside Mavericks, who are 1-4 in the league and have lost their last three. The Wolverines, coached by Dion Hargrove, will start Mesa Willis tonight with Ivy Johnson, Mary Beth Dyson, Kendall Lindsay in the starting lineup today, and Lainey Tapp rounding out the starting five for the Wolverines. For Southside, they'll start with Tinsley Freeman, along with Peyton Yaffe, Sophia Niehaus, 22 Addie Branham, and then Sierra Smith rounds out the starting five for the Mavericks, who have struggled again this year, but they did snap a long conference losing streak when they beat Springdale in Springdale earlier in this season. There is Coach Hargrove and his players. This is a road uniform we have not seen. I'm sure the Wolverines have worn it before, but it's a new look for the Wolverines in the navy blue with the gold trim. Southside's in the home whites. This is a far upgrade in terms of facilities from the junior high this game was played in a year ago. This is a much nicer house, and frankly, it deserves a better nickname than the barn. This is a really big upgrade for Southside basketball, and on the other side of town, Northside is opening their new arena tonight in league play. So here we go with Niehaus jumping center against Lainey Tapp, and we're underway in Fort Smith, and the Wolverines will control it with Ivy Johnson. Mary Beth Dyson now working at the point. Johnson, the dump down to Tapp, twisting, and called for the travel. So Southside takes it after the turnover by the Wolverines. Yaffe having trouble, and they get it over the timeline in time. To the corner, here's a three-pointer for Freeman off the front of the iron. Dyson off and running with the board. Dyson, nice bounce pass to Mesa Willis for the game's first points.
Basket number one, Mesa Willis.
Good press break here, and then a denial underneath by the Wolverine defense. That was Dyson who got in there defensively, and now at the other end, a foul is called on Southside.
Foul call on number 3 for Southside.
It's on Tinsley Freeman, and it's the first foul of the game. Baseline out of bounds here for the Wolverines. Step back three, Laney tap. Off the heel of the rim. Willis tries to keep the inbound in play. Dyson scrambling for it over there along with Yaffe. But the ball went over the line, and it'll go over to the Mavs. Awkward spot to inbound over there for Sierra Smith. A double team right away on Freeman. Here is Yaffe, nearly taken away, and it is taken away. Lindsay with the steal. Dyson finds Johnson underneath for two. So Ivy Johnson with the second Wolverine bucket of the night. We have played nearly a minute and a half. Mavs break the press. Three-pointer off the back of the iron there by Yaffe. Here is Dyson through traffic. Once again with the nice pass to Willis for two more. And Southside's going to take a timeout here. A 6-0 start for the Wolverines here in the first minute 37. And we'll be right back after this.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
So Southside has been blanked here in the first few moments. But the Mavericks have to call a timeout. And now we're ready to go. The timeout time appears on the scoreboard, so we couldn't resume play until the actual game time was back on the scoreboard. Stolen by Laney Tapp, and then she's called for a travel. Little hesitation there by Laney. The official caught it, and Southside will get it right back. They'll inbound below us. We're on the very top row of this place where I'm sitting. Our camera's a little bit lower. And it is, for being far away, as there's a steal by Ivy Johnson, and she puts it up and in. For being on the top row, we've got a pretty intimate seat here. It's close to the action, even on the top row here. This is a different take on the arena design, and I like it, and I think they like it here in Fort Smith. On the underneath, we've got a foul here. A three-pointer was in the air by Freeman.
Foul call on number 1 for West. Mesa.
And the foul is on Mesa Willis. That's her first. So Southside will inbound, down 8-0. Freeman and Tapp with the defense affecting that shot, knocking it out of bounds. Again, a baseline out of bounds. Freeman, a quick hitter, and she scores. Nice execution underneath by Tinsley Freeman and the Mavericks. And it's 8-2. Dyson picked up by Michaela Tampus, who's just entered the game at the timeout. Lindsay gets a screen from Tapp. Now Tapp will fire a three. It's good. The Wolverines set a school record with 12 threes against Heritage. There's their first one of this game. Tampus right down the avenue, and it's taken away by Willis. Leaking out Dyson, and she puts it in. That's the first bucket for Mary Beth Dyson. And the Wolverines have it cooking early. They're up 11. And we haven't even played 3 minutes, or barely 3 minutes. Smith, down low, bouncing around. Freeman off the banking board for two. So Freeman's got all four for Southside. Dyson brings it up. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Southside. Wolverines will have it with 23 on the timer, as you can see there. Tap muscles her way in there. They will not count the basket. A foul before the shot on Lainey Tapp. Tampus with the foul. Lainey was fouled, so Wolverine ball on the baseline. Quick hitter by Lainey Tapp. That went halfway down and out. Willis gets the offensive board, and then it's taken away by Tampus. Here is Suggs bringing it back to Tampus. Suggs tried to pass it. Extra look. Freeman counted in the foul. Inslee Freeman looking for a three-point play. The foul is on Lainey Tapp. And Freeman looking for the three-point play. And she has all 7 for Southside thus far. Past the halfway point here in the first quarter. 6A West girls action here from Fort Smith tonight. Johnson, cross-court feed. Dyson gathers it. Willis looked at it, drives, forces one up and draws a foul. Willis will shoot a pair of free throws. Nyhouse with the foul. That's her first. Sophia Nyhouse, and Mesa Willis is at the free throw line here for West. And she made the first one. So Willis has 5. One out of 2. Offensive board tracked down by Willis. And then a held ball. The arrow belongs to the Mavericks. So Southside ball. Tampus, and a steal at midcourt. Dyson to Lindsay. Off the front of the iron, rebounded by Freeman. Ball thrown out of bounds here along the near sideline, and it will go over to the Wolverines. Now the officials are going to talk it over. No, they're not going to talk it over. I'm sorry. It'll be Wolverine ball. Johnson will inbound the near sideline into Mary Beth Dyson. Lindsay, Dyson. I don't think the Wolverines have made a substitution yet in this quarter. Thrown away by Dyson into the hands of Sierra Smith. And then a steal there. Lainey Tapp flashing for the loose ball. Goes out of bounds. Southside will have it. This is Suggs. Freeman to the cup. Traveling violation. It'll go back over to the Wolverines. Two and a half to play here in the first. Willis. Lindsay now over to Ivy Johnson. Takes the baseline and puts it down. Ivy Johnson has 6. And the Wolverines are up 16-7. Crossover move here. A little push shot by Dylan McCord won't go. Here comes Kendall Lindsay to the other end. Dyson Fouled on the baseline, and that's going to be the second on Freeman. The top scorer, in fact, the only scorer for Southside, just picked up her second personal foul here with 1:58 to go in the first period. Mavs go to the bench again. Tampus is back in. And Jaden Dungu is in as well. We've got a timeout on the floor here with 1:58 to go in the first quarter. And we'll be right back on the Wolverine Sports Network.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
Wolverines using the timeout there. They'll have it on the baseline with 1:58 to go here until the end of the first quarter. Dyson down the lane, off the window for two. Nice move by Mary Beth Dyson. Wolverines have scored the last 5, and they're up 11. Three-pointer hoisted by Suggs won't go, or by Smith won't go. Here comes the Wolverines. 90 to play in the period. There's Dyson, picked up defensively by Tampus. Lindsay, tap with a tough catch. Back out, extra pass to the corner. Here's Willis for three, good. Mesa Willis with the three-pointer, her first. She's got 8 in the quarter. Mavs barely get it over the line. Smith gives it up. Tampus, under a minute here in the first. A three-pointer for Tampus goes. That ends the scoring drought for Southside. 21-10. Tap, twisting at the elbow. Willis has it knocked away. Johnson trying to keep it alive, called for a travel.
Back in the game for Southside, number 13, Peyton Coffey.
West makes a change here with Amani Scales coming in. And Olivia Nixon is in for West.
Olivia Nixon.
About a second and a half between the shot and the game clock here for Southside. So they don't need to be in a hurry. Coach just said they've got plenty of time, and he's right. Now we're down to 10 seconds. 5 on the timer. Tampus hoists a three. No. Johnson with the board. And a foul is going to be called here. Time has run out. They may add time to the clock. But there was a foul on the rebound called on Southside. Yeah, the foul was called, and they're not going to add any time. This is going to be the end of the first quarter. The score is 21-10 Wolverines, and we'll be right back.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Hurry Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National
Yeah.
Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Back here in Fort Smith, Wolverine basketball presented by Bob Morey Auto Body and Foster Roofing. About to start quarter number 2. West is in front 21-10. They've led throughout. They scored the first 8 of the ball game. Trying to move to 2-2 in league play. West ball here as we start the second period of play. On the alternating possession. Johnson, Dyson, Mona Kita, Olivia Nixon, and Amani Scales on the floor for the Wolverines. There's a takeaway. Not seen either of the Rangel sisters here tonight thus far. Down the lane, Suggs can't connect. Back out to Tampus. Shot clock never reset. It didn't hit the rim. Deflected, out of bounds by Ivy Johnson. It'll stay here with the Mavericks, 17 on the timer. Trying to get it in. And they do get it in. Nearly knocked away. The ball was kicked. And it's going to be Wolverine ball. Wolverine ball. After it was kicked. Dyson over the timeline. Picked up defensively there by Yaffe. Amani Scales down the baseline, draws a foul. It's on Essence Norwood for Southside, her first. And Amani Scales, a 5'5" senior, will shoot 2 free throws. First one won't go. Wolverines would like to thank the Bentonville Athletic Booster Club for their support. The Booster Club supports all the Wolverine student athletes. 2 free throw misses. Offensive board. Johnson had it and is able to keep it alive along the sideline over there. Wolverines get another shot at it after the missed free throws. Dyson. Weaving out front. Johnson. And another Southside foul. Felicity Suggs with the foul. That's her second. That's going to put the Wolverines at the line for a 1-and-1 with 6:46 to go in the first half. Oy. Johnson makes the first one. She'll get the bonus. Kendall Lindsay has returned for the Wolverines. And 2 free throw makes for Ivy Johnson. She's up to 8 on the night. Nyhouse able to get it to Tampus. They have had issues with the Wolverine press, but Wolverines haven't generated a ton of turnovers out of it thus far, but it's causing problems. And there's a foul inside. Nyhouse goes down. And a foul on the Wolverines. It's on Ivy Johnson. That's her first. Only the 3rd team foul on the Wolverines. Baseline out of bounds here, and Peyton Yaffe will throw it in. Dumped down, knocked away by Nixon. Last touched by Olivia, so it'll stay here with the Mavericks. 32 on the timer. Nyhouse able to get it in play to Suggs. Now Tampus. Norwood's pass blocked. Norwood gets it back, and then it's taken away by Nixon. Running the break. Lindsay deflected. Kept alive there by Ivy Johnson. There's another punch away by Nyhouse. It's tracked down by Lindsay. Loose ball taken away by Tampus. Pushing it ahead, Yaffe to the cup, gets clobbered. And 2 free throws. It's on Mona Kita with the foul. So Peyton Yaffe will shoot 2 free throws here for the Mavs. Got the first, her first point, and that's Tampus hit a 3-pointer. But most of the scoring by Tinsley Freeman. She's got 7 of the 11 for Southside. And Freeman's back in the game right now. Wolverines have Mary Beth Dyson back in the game. Anna Davis is in the game as well for the Wolverines. Free throw's good. Racing to the other end. A 3-pointer from the corner and an air ball. Here are the Mavs. It's an 11-point lead. Freeman, nice step-through move. It was too good. She's called for a travel. Southside brings in Sierra Smith once again. 5:20 to go until halftime. Willis for 3. Bounced twice off the rim, rebounded by Nyhouse. Here is Tampus setting up the offense here for Southside. That 3-pointer is away and good. Peyton Yaffe's got 5. Southside scored the last 5. And a whistle here and a foul on the Mavs. Peyton Yaffe got the foul there. It's her first. It's the 8th team foul, so it's a 1-and-1 for Mary Beth Dyson. Up and no good, and it's rebounded here by the Mavericks. They're on a bit of a push. Scored the last 5. Knocked away there on the perimeter by the Wolverines. It'll stay here with Southside, 25 on the shot clock. Wild shot won't go there for Nyhouse, and it's out of bounds to the Wolverines. Dyson walks it up. The lead is 8. Down low, Anna Davis draws a foul. Michaela Tampus is called for her second, and Anna Davis is at the free throw line here for West. Thank you to Centerton Farmers Insurance, Legacy Bank, Northwest Health System, Absolute Janitorial Services, and Rock Mortgage. We're helping bring you this Wolverine broadcast tonight from Fort Smith. They're going to wave it off. It's a lane violation by Davis, and the Mavericks will have the ball. It's a 9-point Wolverine lead. Again, full court press here by the Wolverines. Usually don't want to put it in the corner right there like that. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Wolverine ball. Bad things happen when you inbound it in the backcourt into the corner. Because you basically can have 4 defenders on you, the sideline, the baseline, and 2 players. It is a difficult situation to put yourself in. Good offense here by the Wolverines. Tap finds Willis down low. And Mesa's into double figures with 10. Freeman, and that's knocked away by Dyson. Great instincts again by Mary Beth Dyson, senior point guard. Knocking that ball away. 29 on the timer. West is going to bring in Mackenzie Anderson here and replace. She comes in. Nearly a takeaway by Dyson again. Mavericks clear the timeline, and Mary Beth gets the steal after all. Bumped, no foul. Dyson able to keep control of the basketball. Drives in, throws it up, won't go. Rebounded by McCord. All the touch fouls we'd called and nothing called on that sequence. How do you figure that? McCord, take it away. Dyson creates it. Gathered in by Anderson. Ahead of the pack looking for Johnson. It's knocked away by Freeman. The Wolverines will have it. Suggs comes back in here for Southside. And Dylan McCord will get a break. Tap. Back out. Dyson for three. Good. Mary Beth Dyson's got 7. The Wolverines have scored the last 6. And the lead is up to 14. Tough defense again. Dyson creates another turnover. Mary Beth goes in with a left hand and scores again. Once again, number 5 in Navy is wreaking havoc on the opponent's game plan. 9 for Dyson. And that's just the offensive impact on the game. We don't have all the stats available to see all the steals and deflections she's had out there in this first half. Suggs muscles it up for 2. Felicity Suggs ends the scoring drought for the Mavericks. It's now 31-17. 2:20 to go until halftime. Willis. Deflected. Loose. Johnson hit her shoe. No calls. Mavericks have a 3-on-2. Smith. First bucket for Sierra Smith. 31-19. Under 2 to go here until halftime. Brought over the line. Here's Johnson. Laney tap. Johnson to the corner. They work it down. Willis, nice move, won't get it to go. Fighting for the rebound. She tapped it. We've got a whistle, and the ball went out of bounds, and it'll go over to Southside. So Maverick ball. 93 seconds to go until halftime. They break the press there. And then it's punched away by Willis. Southside will have it again. Kendall Lindsay's back in for the Wolverines. She'll replace Mackenzie Anderson. Not too far under the goal on the inbound there. Nyhouse. Nyhouse again draws a foul. She caught it almost under the basket, and it's just almost impossible to get a look from there. Kendall Lindsay with the foul for the Wolverines. It's her first. No foul trouble for the Wolverines. Sophia Nyhouse will shoot 2 free throws here for the Mavs. And get the first one to go. One out of 2. Nyhouse's first point. Johnson back out, tap, 3-pointer off the back of the iron. Rebound out of bounds, last touch by Southside. Wolverines have it 33 on the shot clock. Johnson will inbound in front of the Maverick bench. Dyson. 17 on the timer. Here's Johnson. Lindsay tries to split the defenders, puts it on the deck, and it's taken by Branham. Poked away from behind by Dyson. Suggs keeps it alive. Here's a three-pointer from the corner, missed everything. And Dyson throws it back in bounds to no one in particular. It's going to be Southside ball with 25.2. The shot clock is now turned off. West will bring Mona Kita back into the game. Kendall Lindsay will take a seat. Mavericks can hold for the last shot of the half. It's an 11-point lead. It's been around this lead most of the game. Under 10. Spinning with it, Yaffe. Yaffe, count it, and the foul. So Yaffe, the nice move, will get a chance for the three-point play. Foul on Mesa Willis is her second. So Yaffe was 7 points. He's got this thing to single digits right before halftime. It's 9, now it's 8. Time winding down, Dyson. End to end and fouled as the horn sounds. So 2 free throws here for Mary Beth Dyson with no time on the clock. Branham got the foul, that's her first. So Mary Beth will shoot these 2 free throws. And then we'll go to halftime. First one's good. She's to double figures with 10. Made them both. And confidently strolls off the floor with her teammates here at halftime. So the Wolverines are up 10, 33-23 at halftime over the Southside Mavs here at the barn in Fort Smith. Stick around, we'll have our halftime coverage for you coming right up here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
Back here in Fort Smith at the Barn, Southside's brand spanking new arena. And it is 33-23. The visiting team, the Wolverines, lead it at halftime. Covered, presented by Bob Morey Auto Body and Foster Roofing. The Wolverines, the girls, are going to play 3 this week. Tomorrow night is the makeup game at Rogers. And then Friday, they'll be on the road at Springdale. So a 3-game week because of the postponement earlier of the Rogers game. So West will be at Rogers tomorrow night for only girls action. The boys were able to get their game in at Rogers earlier in the month. West was led by Mesa Willis and Mary Beth Dyson. They both chipped in with 10 points each. Ivy Johnson had 8. Lainey Tapp with 3, and Anna Davis hit a free throw to get her 1 point in the scorebook in that first half. The Mavs were led in scoring by Peyton Yaffe with 8. Tinsley Freeman had 7. She had the first 7 of the game for Southside. Suggs with 2. Smith with 2. Michaela Tampus had 3. Sophia Nyhouse hit a free throw to get her 1 point of the first half. So Southside trying to end a 3-game losing streak. The Wolverines, who have never lost to Southside, they're 6-0 in girls action, 3-0 in boys action. And the West Wolverines are trying to get to 500 in conference play on the girls' side of things. And they lead by 10 here at the break in Fort Smith. Want to thank Centerton Farmers Insurance, Legacy Bank, Northwest Health System, Absolute Janitorial Services, and Rock Mortgage. You're looking at the Wolverine boys team putting on a little dunk show here at halftime of the girls' game. Ten-point Wolverine lead at the break, 33-23. And we will pause once again and be back for the second half right after these words.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything.
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
We're back here in Fort Smith at Southside's new arena they call the Barn. West leading by 10 on the road, trying to go to 7-0 all-time against Southside in girls basketball. There are the Wolverines talking things over here as we're about to get the second half started. It'll be Maverick ball to start the second half. Wolverines without the Rangel sisters tonight. So shorthanded, trying to get a hard-earned victory. And then they've got a game tomorrow at Rogers. And then a game at Springdale on Friday. 3 road games this week for the West girls team. The Rogers game a reschedule from a game missed earlier this month. Maverick ball here as we start the second half. And down to the Sierra Smith. Yaffe, Freeman. Freeman tries to lob it over Willis, or over Tap. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Willis. Southside will keep it, 22 on the shot clock. Good denial by Laney, tap down low. Gets the takeaway. Down low, Willis at the other end draws a foul. Tinsley Freeman just picked up her third. And here's Mesa Willis trying to add to her total. She's got 10 points in this game thus far. This is the first free throw. One more coming here for Willis. Got 1 out of 2. 11 for Willis, and it's an 11-point lead. Lots of trouble there. The Wolverines steal it, and Johnson puts it down. Ivy Johnson's got 10. Wolverines working that press. Southside turns it over again. Willis fouled underneath. I think they're going to get Sierra Smith.
Foul call on number 21 for the Mavericks.
It's on Suggs, actually. That's her third.
Second team foul.
Free throws here for Willis once again. Not the first.
Back in the game for Southside, number 22, Addie Brand.
Both free throws good for Mesa Willis. 13 points in the game. West goes to the press again, and Johnson with a takeaway. Down low, Lindsay, layup good. Kendall Lindsay's first bucket, and the Wolverines causing all kinds of problems defensively. They've pushed it to a 17-point lead, and we'll be right back.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
There are memberships for all kinds.
Wolverines really turning up the pressure defensively to start this third quarter. Clearly a point of emphasis in the locker room, and it is shown. They've pushed a 10-point lead up to a 17-point lead in 59 seconds. Another takeaway, and this time they'll call a foul. They'll call Lainey Tapp with a foul there. That's her second. It's the only way Southside's been able to beat the pressure so far is a foul here. They swarm quickly there on the inbound right before Suggs brought it over the timeline. Shot doesn't go. And the rebound is secured by Ivy Johnson. Johnson being pushed on the way up the floor. No call. Three-pointer. Lindsay can't get it to drop. Offensive board, Willis. Dyson. They will run the offense now. Tapp finds the open player, and Dyson misses from outside. Rebounded by Nyhouse. Smith. Yaffe draws a double. Here is Smith, the three-pointer, a little long. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Wolverines. We've played a little over 2 minutes in this third quarter. West leads by 17. Willis an inside out. Three-pointer, Willis off target. Out of bounds to Southside. Here is Michaela Tampus in the game for Southside. She returns. Replaces Peyton Yaffe. Well, they nearly got another takeaway there. Dyson got a hand on that. Southside's able to get it across the line. And then it's thrown away to Johnson. This time they did get it to front court, but they still turn it over. Here's a great fast break offense, and Lainey Tapp finishes it off with the bucket. 9-0 run for the Wolverines. They're up 19. Double team in the backcourt. And a foul. It's on Kendall Lindsay. That's her second. A bailout call there. Tampus splits the defenders. Ball loose. Smith keeps it alive. Suggs. A deflection again by Johnson. Tapp gathers in the loose ball. Tapp on the perimeter, has it knocked away. On the break, Johnson tried to get in there to alter the shot. It doesn't happen, though, and Suggs puts in the bucket. And that's the first bucket of the second half here by Southside. They'll take a timeout now. It's 42-25, and we'll be right back.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
Back here in Fort Smith. Here come the Wolverines. Out of that timeout. Long pass, dangerous pass. Freeman got a hand on it, and they're going to call a foul on Nixon, I believe. They did call the foul on Nixon. That's her first. Southside navigates the press that time. Smith back to Tampus. Tampus, a corner three and a gravity ball. Willis. This is Lindsay trying to lose the defender, and they call a foul. Michaela Tampus with her third. They are tight with the whistle tonight. Here's a three. Willis won't get it to go. Rebounded by Nyhouse. Tampus nearly carries the ball. Back it goes. Extra pass. Smith misses from point blank. Follow goes. Nyhouse with her first field goal of the game. She's got 3 points. 42-27. Johnson keeps the possession alive for the Wolverines. Ivy, nice crossover. Over to Nixon underneath. It counts and one. Olivia Nixon to the free throw line. Michaela Tampus is called for her 4th foul. So Tampus will sit down with 4 fouls. Dylan McCord will take her spot. 3-point opportunity for Olivia Nixon. Missed it. Willis had the rebound, and then she's grabbed. Freeman just picked up her 4th. Southside has Freeman with 4 and Tampus with 4, and we're barely midway 3rd quarter. Dyson on the perimeter. Lindsay. Back out, little bobble. Willis keeps it alive. Shot clock down to 11. Kendall Lindsay. Johnson poked away. 5 on the timer. Three-pointer Willis. No. Long rebound. Nixon keeps it alive. New shot clock for West. Lindsay fires. Good from 3. Kendall Lindsay's got 5. All in the third quarter. 20-point Wolverine lead. The defense does it again. Mary Beth Dyson on a run out. And a foul. At the other end, Willis went down, and she's holding her head on the other end of the floor. It looks like she's going to have to check out. She's in some pain. Mary Beth's going to the free throw line. Felicity Suggs just picked up her 4th for Southside. Willis is going to have to check out. I don't know if she hit her head on a player or she hit her head on the court. It was behind the action where the ball was. But Mesa Willis, an already shorthanded Wolverine team, now Mesa Willis is checking out. And taken off by the training staff. And she's going to go back to the locker room and be looked at by Will Hanna. All right, 2 free throws here for Mary Beth Dyson. Rattles in the first. First point in the quarter for Mary Beth. 12 in the game now. Both free throws are good. West will take a timeout here with 2:24 to go in the third. We'll be right back.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
Welcome back to Fort Smith. Wolverines are up 22. Third quarter. Our coverage presented by Bob Morey Auto Body and Foster Roofing. Derek Ruskin with you here on the scene. Fort Smith, boys action to follow this game. Boys are trying to win their 4th in a row. Wolverines back off the pressure here, up 22. That is Suggs. Around the screen, Yaffe. Entry pass denied by Ivy Johnson. She's had great hands defensively tonight for the Wolverines. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. There's a steal. Run out opportunity, Nyhouse. And Lindsay denied her a lane to the basket. And then Nyhouse dribbled it out of bounds. So the Wolverine ball, great play by Kendall Lindsay there. West will bring Mary Beth Dyson in, and they'll get Ivy Johnson a break here at the 1:54 mark. Essence Norwood is in for Southside. West ball, little 3-quarter court pressure here and thrown away. The Mavericks put the pressure on and get a turnover. Smith, a long 2. Back iron, Dyson clears. This is Lindsay. Tap over to Dyson. Lindsay. Plenty of time here. Shot clock now down to 10 seconds. Tap, traveled. So back-to-back turnovers by the Wolverines. 22-point lead for West. Three-pointer, Dylan McCord, good. McCord rips the net for her first bucket of the game. 49-30. Tap. Norwood with the defense, forcing her wide. Lindsay in the lane, rattles off. Rebound cleared by Nyhouse. Yaffe, fouled. Marybeth Dyson with the foul, that's her first. Peyton Yaffe at the line here for the Mavs. Shooting 2. There's the first. One more here for Yaffe. Good. She's to double figures with 10 points in the game. No shot clock here. The Wolverines are going to push the tempo anyway. Picked up by Johnson. Back out Dyson. Laney tap for 3, way off. Ball out of bounds. And let's see. It's going to be Southside ball. No, it's going to be West ball. There was no indication given by the official, so we would have no way of knowing from up here whose ball it would be. Clock is not moving. Now it starts. Wolverine's going to get a few extra seconds. They didn't catch it. I did. Here is a drive inside, and Laney Tapp is fouled. Essence Norwood with her second personal. It's not good when we're picking stuff up here and the stripes downstairs are not. Tapp hits the first free throw. Six for Laney. And now 7. Mavs have time to do something here. 5 seconds in the quarter. Smith, no. That's it for the third quarter. West is up 18, 50-32. You're watching the Wolverine Sports Network.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Derek Ruskin back with you here in Fort Smith. Southside High, home of the Mavericks. West 8 minutes away from going to 2-2 in conference play. They lead Southside 51-32 as we start quarter number 4. And West will have the ball to start the period. Johnson, Dyson, Keita, Scales, and Tapp on the floor here for the Wolverines. Down low, Keita And we're going the other way. Offensive foul on West. Amani Scales is called for the foul, her first. Tampus, entry pass stolen by Laney Tapp. Dyson steps through. What a move! What a move by Mary Beth Dyson, and she puts it home. 15 for Mary Beth Dyson. And the lead is 21. And a steal by Dyson. She'll go in herself. Now she finds the trailer, Johnson. She's trapped on the baseline. Dyson keeps the possession alive. Tap for three. Count it!
Three-point basket. Laney Tapp.
Laney Tapp with the three ball. Wolverines are on a 7-0 run. They're up 24. And here's a foul
Foul call on number
on
11.
Scales. That's her second.
Amani Scales, her second 16th foul.
We're going to have a lot of free throws in the last 6:42. It would be amazing if West could score 6 more points, because that would activate the turbo clock. And that would help out with the fouls and the time and everything, keep us on schedule. There's some members of our crew who'd probably like to get home before midnight, I'm guessing. Dyson, she'll go in again. Not there. Freeman, now a battle for the board. Freeman rolled over. Now let's see what we have. We have a held ball, and the arrow belongs to Southside. The Southside crowd wanted a foul there, but they're not going to get the call. Suggs. Stolen, Laney Tapp. Here's Dyson. Johnson able to track it down. Oh, Tapp nearly threw it away. Ball loose. They got it back. Johnson over to Dyson. Down low, Kita, no. Now a tackle here. 7 on the shot clock, a held ball. West is going to keep the ball, but they've got 7 to shoot. They reset the shot clock. They shouldn't have. They should not have reset that shot clock. The Wolverines may get a break here. Now they're going to get a break. Now they put it back at 7. Okay. 7 on the timer for the Wolverines. Three-pointer, Laney Tapp, in and out. Kita knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll be Southside ball. Smith will hoist from 3, short. Dead ball rebound out of bounds to West. Tapp turns it over. Stolen by Norwood. Essence Norwood. Fouled by Dyson.
Foul call on number 5 for West, Mary Beth Dyson. Her
Norwood will shoot 2 free throws here.
foul at the line for Southside. Essence Norwood.
Missed the first. Empty trip there. Keita clears the rebound. Keita underneath for two. Her first bucket. It's a 9-0 run for the Wolverines. Down low, Freeman connects. That's her first points since she scored those first 7. They put the clamps on her. She's got 9 now in the game. Good adjustment there by Coach Hargrove early on to stop Freeman. Ball knocked out of bounds by Southside. West will have it here. 4:27 to go in the ball game. Johnson got hacked. Addie Branham with her second personal. It's 2 free throws here for Ivy Johnson. He's got 10 in the game. Misses the first. Anna Davis back in for West. Too strong. Rebound fought for. West has the arrow. And the Wolverines, Coach Hargrove's going to take a timeout here with 4:21 to go in the ball game. West up big. We'll be right back.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
All right, we're back here with the Wolverines up 58-34. Thank you to Centerton Farmers Insurance, Legacy Bank, Northwest Health System, Absolute Janitorial Services, and Rock Mortgage for helping bring you this Wolverine broadcast. Back out it goes. Yaffe, the runner, is good. Yaffe's got 12. Mavericks have cut it to 22. Deflected, kept alive. Johnson. And that's knocked out of bounds. You gotta wonder, with the game tomorrow, will we see Johnson's on the floor, obviously. She's going to check out here. But Dyson and Tapp and Willis, will we see them again? I mean, they're up 22. There's a game tomorrow, and then a game Friday. And they're without the Wrangles tonight. Don't know their status for tomorrow. Savannah and Ashley Wrangle not here today. Shot clock getting late. What a find underneath, and Keita puts it in as the shot clock runs out. Yaffe, entry pass, there's a foul. Anna Davis with her first. Both teams are in the bonus. So the free throw shooting commences here. 1-1. And one more coming here for Nyhouse. Mackenzie Anderson's in for West once again. Both free throws are good. Nyhouse has 5. West lead is 22. Davis lost the handle. Smith. Open look from 3, and that is Dylan McCord hitting for the second time from outside. 60-41, 19-point game. Anderson, a baseline jumper. Mackenzie Anderson's first bucket. Back to 21. Nyhouse with a bucket underneath. She's got 7. Under 2 minutes remaining. West on its way to going to 2-2 in the league and 12-5 on the season. Best start in school history. Back out it goes. Shot clock down to 10. Davis. Lindsay drops it off. Anderson, 2 more. Southside will stop play momentarily to get the subs in. Jada Dungu, Katie Van come into the game. Tampus is in, Norwood is in as well. Southside is going to lose their 5th straight. They will play Friday at Bentonville. It doesn't get any easier for them. Wolverines play tomorrow night at Rogers, and then Friday night at Springdale. There's a foul. So here is Dungu at the free throw line. Empty strip, rebounded by Anderson. Nayanka Kita letting the clock tick down. Good ball movement there. Anderson hit the front of the rim and got fouled. Essence Norwood with her 3rd. Mackenzie Anderson at the free throw line here for the Wolverines. This is the first. That doesn't go. Rebound tracked down by Dungu. Van kicks it out, 3-pointer short. Nixon with the rebound. Shot clock is off. They never trailed Out of bounds with 11 and a half seconds. And this is a wire-to-wire Wolverine win. 64-43. The final. West 7-0 all-time against the Mavs. 2-2 in the league this season. 12-5 overall. Good start to the week. A busy week with 2 more games on the docket. Southside drops to 1-5 in conference play, and they've lost 4 straight. The Wolverines were led by 15 points for Marybeth Dyson, 13 for Mesa Willis, 10 for Ivy Johnson, 10 for Laney Tapp to lead to this Wolverine win. Well, stand by. In about 15 minutes, guys action will get underway here between Southside and the West Wolverines. That is coming up. Our coverage is presented by Bob Mori Auto Body and by Foster Roofing.
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
Welcome back here as we get ready for Wolverine boys basketball 6A West competition. West taking on the Southside Mavericks from Fort Smith tonight. Glad you're with us. If you didn't make the trip down or if you got whatever going on, we're glad you're with us for this ball game. The Wolverines are 12-4, 3-2 in the league. They've won 3 in a row. Trying to make it 4 straight against Southside. They have won 3 in a row all time. They're 3-0 all time against the Mavs. Wolverines are going to start Tucker Bowman, Dawson Price, Cade Packnett, Riley Buccino, and Tucker Anderson. Normal starting 5 for the Wolverines, coached by Greg White in his 6th season. Southside will start Xander Nagel along with Khalik Pulliam, Aaron Hall, Dimitri Lloyd, and Yazed Taforo for the Mavs. Our coverage is presented by Bob Moriato Body and Foster Roofing from Fort Smith tonight. It's their brand new gym. They call it the Barn. And it is a nice barn. Which last year the Wolverines played Southside. When Southside didn't have a gym, they were using one of the local junior high gyms for varsity play. So this is an upgrade. And Northside, their rival on the other side of town, is opening their new arena tonight. Northside is hosting Cabot for the lid lifter on the new Northside gym. We will get it underway here momentarily. The Wolverines have Dawson Price jumping center against Dimitri Lloyd. Southside in white, the Wolverines in all navy. And off we go, the Wolverines control it. Right away, Price a 3, too strong. Packnett keeps it alive. Buccino from distance, count it. And the Wolverines start fast. Riley Buccino from outside. 10 seconds in, we've got points. Nearly a steal there. That's going to be a foul on Price. He takes down Pulliam to the deck. Dawson Price with his first foul of the game. This is Hall. On the drive. That is denied by Price. Southside keeps it alive. Another rejection, this time by Anderson. Taforo denied twice in there. And there's a foul, and that's another one on Price. Price picks up 2 fouls in 51 seconds. And at the free throw line will be Dimitri Lloyd. So Price is going to go to the bench with 2 fouls in the first 51 seconds. Meanwhile, Lloyd hits the first free throw. Jack Farnsworth will replace Price. Lloyd makes both free throws. So it is 3-2 here in the early going. Anderson over the line. Bowman. Picked up defensively here by Pulliam. Buccino, open look for 3. He hit another one. And Riley Buccino has the first 6 for the Wolverines. Nagel to the way to Pulliam. Taforo. Shot clock down to 11. Pulliam Sweeps in. Anderson got a piece and a foul underneath.
Foul call on number 2 for the Wolverines.
Tucker Bowman will get that one, his first.
13 foul.
Baseline out of bounds for the Mavs. Knocked away by Farnsworth. It'll stay here with Southside. Jumper won't go. Rebound, putback knocked away by Farnsworth. He knocked it away from Lloyd. Anderson, a deep three. Count it. Tucker Anderson, and then the Wolverines have 3 3-pointers to start it out. There's a bump by Farnsworth.
Foul call on number 15 for the Wolverines.
Farnsworth was his first.
His first, 4th team.
4 fouls on the Wolverines. Southside doesn't have any fouls yet, but Wolverines have only worked the perimeter, so not an opportunity for the Mavericks to foul them. Stolen off the inbound, Riley Buccino. He's got a trailer if he needs it. He'll take it himself, and Riley draws the foul.
Foul call on number 0 for Southside, Xander Nagley.
Xander Nagley with the foul.
Foul at the line shoot.
And here's Riley at the free throw line. Got the first one to go. So 7 for Riley here early on. 8 now. Boy. He scored 8 points in 2 minutes and 17 seconds of game time. It's 11-2 West. Nice drive there by Pulliam. Wow. That was a beautiful move by Pulliam to make it 11-4. Bowman had it punched at. Anderson, a corner 3, and he rattles it home. He got a friendly bounce from these new rims here in Fort Smith. That's the 4th hit of the quarter from 3 for West. They're up by 10. That is off the hands of Nagley and out of bounds to the Wolverines. Fort Smith Southside's going to take a timeout here with 5:08 to go in the first quarter, and the Wolverines up by 10.
And I'm gonna need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Southside using a timeout here with 5:08 to go in the period. West has scored 14 in the first almost 3 minutes, 4 3-point hits. Bowman directing the offense, conducting out there. Here's Packnet. Away to Anderson. Tucker on a drive off the glass. 2 for Tucker Anderson. So he's got 8. Riley Buccino has 8. And the Wolverines are up 16-4. DeForo turns, shoots, misses. On the rebound, we're going the other way. A foul on the Mavs. It's on Lloyd. That's his first. West brings it up, leading by 12. Jeffcoat's in the game here for the Wolverines, along with Packnet and Buccino and Bowman and Anderson. Jeffcoat inside out. Packnet will pull. His three-pointer won't go. Rebounded by Lloyd. Pulliam. And a rejection by Anderson. Sending it back to Dimitri Lloyd. Southside ball, 26 on the timer. From the middle of the lane, Dimitri Lloyd puts it down. He's got 4 of the first 6 for Southside. 10-point game. Here's Bowman on the attack. High off the glass, it won't go. Rebound, take it away, Nagley to the other end. Quick reversal to the corner, and the Wolverine defense was there. Hall hit the side of the glass. Packnet pulls it down. Here's Buccino. He'll have to go and get it, and Riley flies in for 2. Buccino has 10 in the first 4.5 minutes. A big night shaping up potentially for Riley Buccino. Still 3 minutes to go in the third. There's a deflection, kept alive in there by Lloyd. Poked away again. Packnet, long run out. Riley again tries to reverse, can't finish. Anderson got it back. Tucker puts it up, and it won't go, but he got fouled. That one is on to Foro. Southside takes another 30-second timeout here, and we will take one as well. Back after this.
You don't even know. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles. All these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my
Back here in Fort Smith, 2:48 to go first quarter. Another fast start for the Wolverines. They're up by 12 with Tucker Anderson going to the free throw line.
At the line for West, Tucker Anderson.
It's an 8-2 run now for the Wolverines. Anderson's got 9. So put him in double figures. West by 14. Pulliam off the bounce. Pretty move. Another nice drive by Pulliam. Couple of nice finishes at the rim by number 1 in white. 20-8 the count. 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. Here's Buccino. Drawing a lot of attention, lost the defender, hoists the 3, it's short. And the rebound is secured by Nagley. DeForo throws it out of bounds. West ball.
Back in the game for West, number 2, Tucker Bowman.
2:06 to go now in the first. Nice drive. Bowman blocking foul on Fort Smith Southside.
Foul called on number 11 for the Mavs.
It's on Aaron Hall. That's his first. It puts Bowman at the stripe. Want to thank Centerton Farmers Insurance, Legacy Bank, Northwest Health System, Absolute Janitorial Services, and Rock Mortgage, helping bring you this Wolverine broadcast. Bowman short with the second. It's rebounded by Lloyd. Pulliam with another bucket. He's got 6. Anderson from distance. Off the back of the iron, offensive board, Bowman. He gets a bump. Bowman will pull it from three, and he hits. Another three-point hit for West. That's the fifth from outside in the quarter. Nearing a minute to go. 24-10. Hacknet going for the steal, and there's a bump. Hacknet will get his first personal foul.
Foul call on number 4 for the Wolverines, Cade Hacknet. His first 15th foul, now in the game for Southside. Number 3,
Desmond
Lopez Fulbright.
Desmond Lopez Fulbright is in now for Southside. Pulliam. Nice find underneath. Foul inside as Lloyd went up.
Foul call on number 00.
It's on Lane Jeffcoat. That's his first.
His first 16th foul at the line. Dimitri Lloyd.
Lloyd will shoot two. He misses number one. West has Tucker Anderson back in. Remember, Dawson Price got 2 fouls at the 7:09 mark of the quarter. So he has been out with 2 early fouls, and who knows when we'll see him again. Lloyd at the stripe. 24-11. Bowman kicks it over to Packnet. Riley, Buccino driving, dishing. Bowman, corner 3, off the iron. Rebound fought for, Packnet has it. Back to Bowman, Anderson. And now they'll let it tick down. 26 on the shot. About a 5-second difference between shot and game clock here. As Bowman lets it tick down. 15 on the timer. 10 on the shot clock. Here they go. Anderson, 4 to shoot. Anderson, contested jumper, no. Rebounded by Lloyd. Time winding down for the Mavs. Buccino keeps it alive. Riley from half courts. And it comes up short. After one, it's 24-11. The Wolverines comfortably in control. And we'll be right back on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
Starting the second quarter here at the Barn, campus of Southside High. That's what they call it. It's brand new. But they call it the Barn, and it's 24-11. The West Wolverines in their first visit here lead it after one quarter of play. Mav ball as we start the second. Inside out action. Lopez Fulbright for 3, no good. Buccino out jumps them all for the rebound. Here's Tucker Bowman. Foul away from the ball on Southside. It's on Lopez Fulbright, his first. So the Wolverines get a new 35, and they get the ball on the baseline. Quick hitter, Buccino. There it is. Pitch and catch, more or less. And Riley Buccino has 12. Pulliam. He'll fire from way out there, short. Rebound Buccino off to Bowman. Tucker pulls up, fires, no. Offensive board, Packnet. Riley from way out there, that's good. 15 for Riley Buccino. The 6th hit from outside for West in this first half. Through the hands, and that was not deflected into backcourt. Hall touched it and it went into backcourt, so it'll be West ball. Unforced error there by the Mavericks. 29-11. Early second quarter. Bowman. Anderson down the baseline. And Anderson with the finish! Tucker Anderson. It's a 20-point Wolverine lead. Pulliam. Corner, Hall, nowhere to go. Through the hands of Pulliam, he's able to keep it alive. Shot clock down to 10. Three-pointer, Aaron Hall, good. His first bucket of the game. And we've got a traveling violation here. It'll turn it back over.
Back in for the Mavs, number 30, Yasset Taforo.
Taforo's in now for Southside. 31-14 our score. Entry pass. Going for another rejection, Anderson, and they're going to call a foul. I think they're going to get Jeffcoat on the other side. Yep, Lane Jeffcoat called for his second. Free throws coming here for Dimitri Lloyd. Springdale boys, Bentonville boys tied at 25 at halftime. That sounds like a street fight. 25 all there. There's Lloyd making the free throw. Well, he is up to 6. In and out. Rebound cleared by Price, who's in there with 2 fouls. Packnet and Anderson bumping down low. Great find to Packnet for 2. Beautiful pass by Anderson. 33-15. Lopez Fulbright rejected by Anderson. Bowman on the break. Buccino drops it off. Packnet, count it, and 1.
Basket counts. Foul called on number 2 for Southside.
A.J. Williams with the foul for the Mavericks, his first. Cade Packnet looking for the three-point play. Missed the free throw. And Hall comes away with the board for the Mavericks. Under 5 to go until halftime. West up by 20. Ten on the shot clock. Three-pointer, too strong by Lopez Fulbright. Offensive board Mavericks. And there's a turnover on the travel. Pulliam is back in now for Southside. So West trying to add to a 20-point lead. They blew out Heritage on Friday night. Doing the same here. Anderson from way downtown. He shot it from Garrison Avenue and he made it. 15 for Tucker Anderson. It's a 7-0 run for the Wolverines. Up 23. Pulliam will try and answer from way out there. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Tracked down by Hall. Nice drive there. Pulliam can't connect. Here's Anderson the other way. Swinging it back to Packnet. Three-pointer, missed it all. Foul underneath. A grab underneath by Hall. Price got grabbed by Kyrie Hall. That's his first personal. It's a 7th team foul on Southside, so it is a 1-and-1 here. Dawson Price took a nasty tumble there. He looks like he's in some discomfort as he goes to the line here for the 1-and-1. He hit the court hard. 1-and-1 for Price. Missed it, rebounded by Evan Chance for the Mavericks. 3.5 to go until halftime. West by 23. Nothing there for Taforo. Drops it down, doesn't go. Rebound, Taforo, putback won't go. Here's Bowman the other way. Buccino, pull up three. Rattles off. And the rebound secured by Taforo. And then he loses it. Here comes Packnet, count it. Timeout taken by Southside. It is 40-15 in here with 2:57 to go until halftime. We'll be right back.
And I'm gonna need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
Wolverines pouring it on here in the first half. Leading by 25. Trying to win their 4th in a row. And setting up a big game with Springdale Friday night on the road. That should be a pretty entertaining ball game with an improved Springdale team that enters tonight. They're also 2-2 in the league and 11-5 overall. They're a good team. That'll be Friday night in Springdale. Here tonight, the Wolverines looking to get another stop defensively. Pulliam, why not? He hit it. He's got 9. 40-18. Transition bucket, Jackson Brust. Chance back out, Pulliam again. Not this time, Anderson with the rebound. Anderson. Bowman from distance. Ring it up. Second three-point hit for Bowman. He's got 7 on the game. They've hit 8 three-pointers. Down low, Chance. Back out. Pulliam. 92 seconds to go until halftime. A takeaway. Buccino ahead of the pack. Bowman tried to leave it for the trailer. Bruss couldn't get there in time. Williams able to take it the other way, and Williams traveled.
Alex Roper in the game for Southside. Dennis Lopez Fulbright back in the game.
So West has it with a chance to add to this impressive lead.
Dimitri Lloyd back in the game for the Mavs.
Our coverage of this game presented by Bob Mori Auto Body and by Foster Roofing. Jeffcoat's got nowhere to go. Now he uses the dribble. Big man brings it up the floor. Buccino as we hit a minute to go until halftime. Anderson dropping it off through the hands of Jeffcoat. Buccino gathers it in. Shot clock down to 10. Riley needs help, finds Brust. 7 to shoot. Riley, Buccino, a 3 in and out. Rebounded by Nagley. Here come the Mavs. Nagley drops it underneath. Nice. Lloyd puts it in. About a second difference shot in game clock here for West as they bring it up by 25. Anderson, oh, he lost the defender. And they call him for the offensive foul. Tucker Anderson with his first personal foul. So Southside can hold for the final shot of the half. Southside brings it up here with Lopez Fulbright. 20 to go until halftime. Pulliam. We are down to 10 seconds. Pulliam, floater, no. Hacknett's got it. Time winding down. Bowman with 3. Bowman had to take it away. Shot at the buzzer, won't go. Steal and shot by Lopez Fulbright doesn't go right in front of the horn. And at halftime, it is a 25-point Wolverine lead, 45-20 over the Southside Mavericks here in Fort Smith. Our coverage of Wolverine basketball brought to you by Bob Mori Auto Body and by Foster Roofing. Stick around, we'll have some halftime information for you coming right up here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Since 1996, Bob Mori's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
Absolute Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
At our house is tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Back here in Fort Smith, West up big, 45-20 at halftime over the Southside Mavericks. Derek Ruskin with you here in Fort Smith. Southside's new arena, the Barn. Here are the numbers for the first half. Tucker Anderson and Riley Buccino, 15 each. That's 30 between them in the first half. Tucker Bowman had 7. Cade Packneck with 6. Dawson Price scoreless in the first half, but he got 2 fouls 51 seconds into the game, so that limited his playing time. Jackson Brust with 2 off the bench. And 6 points for Cade Packneck. In the first half of play, the Wolverines hit 8 3-pointers in that first half to push the lead up 25. Southside was led by Khalik Pulliam with 9 and Dimitri Lloyd at 8. In the first half, Aaron Hall chipped in with 3. And that adds up to 20 for the Mavericks, and that's what they have in the first half. I want to thank the Bentonville Athletic Booster Club for their support of our Wolverine athletes competing tonight here in Fort Smith at Southside. The girls will play tomorrow night at Rogers, a game that was postponed from earlier in the month. And then boys and girls action will be Friday night at Springdale. And that is the schedule for the remainder of the week. And then next week, the round robin resets, and the Wolverines will have 2 road trips. They'll go to Fayetteville next Tuesday night, and they'll go to Bentonville next Friday night. So that's what the Wolverines have in front of them coming up over the next couple of weeks. Tonight, trying to finish off Southside. They're 16 minutes away from a 4-2 record in conference play. They're up 25 at the break, and we'll be right back.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard in providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
My house, I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
Somebody save your soul, 'cause you've been sinning in the city. I know
Janitorial Service is a family-owned and operated commercial cleaning company serving all of Northwest Arkansas. We have a long track record for exceptional service and clear communication. We clean multiple facility types, including office buildings, medical facilities, manufacturing plants, churches, schools, and much more. Give Absolute Janitorial Service a call today for a free quote and see what an absolute difference our services can make for your business.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
And I'm going to need your customer number, account number, and ID number.
Ever get the feeling you're treated like a number instead of a person?
You know the difference between these numbers? Can't help me at all?
Some places can make you feel like a number. Your bank shouldn't be one of them.
Maria, how are you doing?
At Legacy National Bank, we believe in relationships and taking the time to get to know you and your goals. You're never a number at Legacy National Bank. Your legacy starts here.
Back here in Fort Smith, getting ready for the second half. Both teams on the floor. And the road team is up by 25. 30 points for Buccino and Anderson combined. Trying to go for their second consecutive turbo clock game. They made short order of Heritage on Friday night. And now on the ensuing Tuesday, they're trying to do the same to the Southside Mavericks. Taking care of business type performance of the Wolverines. Thank you to Bob Mori Auto Body and Foster Roofing. They present the Wolverine broadcast to you all season long. It will be Wolverine ball on the alternating possession to start the third quarter momentarily. Wolverines have the starting five out there. Anderson, Bowman, Price, Buccino, Packnet. And here we go. Second half underway. Price at the high post. Price up and under, nothing there. Bobble, Buccino, baseline fader, shorts. Tip doesn't go. Packnet again, punched away, foul underneath Nagley. Nagley tagged with his second. And it is Cade Packnet at the free throw line now for West. Packnet hits the first. He made them both. 8 for Cade on the night. And West's lead is 27. Deflected, ball loose, kept alive by Pulliam. Pulliam drops it off. Nice feed to Lloyd for 2. Dimitri Lloyd has 10 for Southside. He's been the bright spot for them. Bowman. Over to the corner. Packnet open 3, way off. 3 Mavs collide for the rebound. It's secured by Aaron Hall. Lloyd again. And Lloyd with back-to-back buckets for the Mavericks. Bowman from way out there, no. Rebound cleared by Taforo. Pulliam from just inside the arc, it rattles off. Buccino gets the rebound. Pushing it ahead, Bowman. Anderson back out, Packnet for three, good. Cade Packnet's got 11. Appropriately, the first field goal of the second half for West is a three-pointer. They've made 9 in the game now. Taforo, a long two, an air ball. Back out, Hall traveled. West will have it. Wolverines lead by 26. Bowman walking it up. Here's Buccino, puts it on the deck, able to hang on to possession. Buccino on a drive, going for the facial, and he gets fouled. He hit the deck hard underneath as well. He's okay. Checking his face, it looks like. Xander Nagley with the foul. It's his third. Riley Buccino to the free throw line here for the Wolverines. And the first one doesn't go. Substitution here for the Mavericks as Kyrie Hall enters and he replaces Nagley. 1 out of 2 at the line there for Buccino. 16 in the game for him. West is up by 27. Pulliam. This is Taforo. Here's Pulliam again. Seven on the shot clock. The jumper, good. Taforo with his first bucket of the game. Bowman driving and finishing with the left hand. 9 for Tucker Bowman. (53-26). 4.5 remaining in the third. Here's a three. Taforo is good. Bowman. And he's fouled. Two free throws coming for Tucker Bowman. Kalik Pulliam with the foul for Southside is first. Bowman to shoot the free throws. And he makes the first. Double figures now for Bowman. He's got 10 on the night. Jack Farnsworth in for West. Bowman makes 1 out of 2 at the line. Rebound to Taforo. 54-29. Nearing the halfway point of the third quarter. Taforo again. Nowhere to go there in the lane. Has to clear it. Turnaround jumper won't go. Rebounded by Price. Bowman pushing the tempo. Anderson. Beautiful move to the hoop by Tucker Anderson. His first bucket of the second half. 17 on the night. 56-29. Another jumper. That's Pulliam hitting. He's got 11. Frenetic pace and the ball out of bounds. And it'll be Southside ball. Jeffcoat returns. Jackson Brusk returns for the Wolverines, replacing Bowman and Anderson. Aaron Hall, open three. Rebounded by Price. Buccino gets a screen. Decides to pull it back. Buccino dropping it off. Price going for the stuff, and he got fouled. Nice pick and roll action there. And Price earns a trip to the free throw line. Kyrie Hall got the foul for the Mavericks, his second. 2 free throws here for Dawson Price. He has not scored tonight. There's his first point. A 26-point Wolverine lead. Now it's 27. They can get it to 30 in the fourth quarter. We will be moving things right along rather quickly. This is Taforo giving it up. And a gravity ball there from Taylor. Somehow they got a new shot clock out of that. It must have grazed the rim. Here come the Wolverines with a 3-on-1. Here comes Farnsworth laying it in. First bucket for Jack Farnsworth. It's up to 29. This is Taylor. Pulliam from way out. Good. Pulliam has 14 for the Mavericks. 26-point game. Farnsworth gets it right back to Buccino. From the Maverick logo, and Buccino drills it. 19 for him. 11 made threes for the Wolverines. Southside will take a timeout with 1:30 to go in the third, and West up 29. We'll be right back.
At our house, it's tea time.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Farmers Insurance, the Kyle Wurst Agency in Centerton, for your auto, home, life, and commercial insurance needs.
Since 1996, Bob Morey's Auto Body has worked hard at providing you the best all-around automotive collision repair. It is a pleasure getting to serve you Northwest Arkansas. With 14 service bays, we can handle large and small repairs along with auto glass replacement.
My house. I'm a fireman.
Owning a home means there is a time and place for everything. If you need money for your next home loan, let Rock Mortgage help you get into your new home fast.
Back here in Fort Smith, 1:30 to go third quarter. Wolverines up 29. It is Southside ball out of the timeout. They've got 1 remaining. Wolverines have their full complement of 5. Coach White, Musselman-esque here, not using any timeouts in this game. Hasn't needed to. They've led since the jump. Pulliam left it short. Buccino pulls it down. Wolverines can push it over 30 here. Bowman to the basket. Oh, what a move. Pulls it back. Riley for 3. Count it! Riley Buccino's got 22. That is 12 made threes for the Wolverines. They're up 32. Under a minute to go. Here's Jackson Taylor missing from outside, rebounded by Anderson. And it's stolen in transition by Pulliam. 3-on-2. Pulliam goes in. No. Follow good by Coles. Kai Coles with a bucket. His first of the night. Shot clock is off here for the Wolverines. It's a 30-point game. Down to 10. Bowman with the bounce. Anderson driving. No. Price the rebound. Had it, lost it. Out of bounds. Staying with West with 2.3 to go. Baseline out of bounds. With time ticking down, or time getting late here in the third. Bowman to inbound it. Lobbing it up. Anderson finishes at the rim. Tucker Anderson with 19. The Wolverines are up by 32. A turbo clock fourth when we come back.
There are memberships for all kinds of things today. But what about being a member of the family? What about being a member of the community? What about being a member of humanity? What if there was a membership that gave us the time to celebrate the things that connect all of us?
West up 32 as we start the fourth here in Fort Smith. Southside ball to get it started. And we should have a running clock the rest of the way. West is going to go to 4-2. They have won 4 in a row when this one is officially over. West has put Aiden Gazaway in the game here for the fourth. Down the baseline. That drive doesn't go for Hall. Jeffcoat comes away with the basketball. Brust. Nice move by Brust. Nowhere to go here on the backside. There's Gazaway. It counts. And the foul.
Basket counts. Foul call on number 12 for Southside, Kyrie Hall.
Kyrie Hall picks up his third. They are not running the clock here, so maybe we don't have a mercy rule tonight. Missed the free throw, rebounded by Lloyd. Now they're not running the clock at all. Well, here's Lopez Fulbright. Nice step through move. He can't finish. Rebound by Lopez Fulbright. Muscles it up again around Jeffcoat. It's his first bucket of the game. Here is Brust. Drew Bailey's out there. Ball knocked away there by Lopez Fulbright. West will keep it, and now the clock will continue to spin. It's West ball. They inbounded it with 27 on the shot clock, so we're just making up the timing rules now. They call it 5 seconds closely guarded there, so West turns it over. Mavericks will have it. Fulbright dumps it down. Lloyd is fouled. Lane Jeffcoat gets the foul. That's his third. 2 free throws here for Dimitri Lloyd. Lloyd's got 12. He's been the bright spot for Southside. Pulliam's got 14 also. Free throw there for Lloyd. Zaire James has checked in here for the Wolverines. So is Josh Evans. Short with the free throw. Southside comes out of there with it. Lopez Fulbright gets it away to Taylor. 3-pointer good. A drive, and it doesn't go there for James. Mavs in transition. Lloyd, no. Fight for the rebound. Evans had it, and he gets fouled. Dimitri Lloyd with his second personal.
16th foul.
Wolverine starters probably done for the night. Buccino had 22. Anderson has 19. Gazaway not there. Come the Mavericks. Transition, Lloyd. He's got 15. 8-0 run by the Mavs to cut this thing down to 70-44. Brust for 3. Back iron. Rebound Lopez Fulbright. Roper back out to Taylor. 3-pointer Roper, good. Well, it's an 11-0 run for the Mavs. 3:18 remaining. 70-47, 23-point game. Here's James. James with a nice move, missed the shot, rebounded by Lloyd. Kept alive here, Hall goes in. Offensive foul on Kyrie Hall. And that's his fourth. Again, the clock is running because the Wolverines a moment ago were up 30. It's now down to 23, but once you hit the 30-point mark in the fourth quarter, it runs no matter what happens. There's a corner 3, and it goes. Jake Gaithright from outside. He's got the 3-pointer. Lopez Fulbright on the drive, fouled with 2 minutes to go. Foul on Gaithright, only the second team foul on West in the second half. There's a bucket inside. Evan Chance. Gaithright with the foul, and a 3-point play opportunity here for Evan Chance. He's got it. So West will win their 4th straight And a big one Friday night in Springdale against the Bulldogs. Nice move there. Drew Bailey getting in the scorebook. .25 West lead. Taylor, another three. Gazaway. He'll hoist from outside. Rebounded by Lopez Fulbright. Tough drive, and Lopez Fulbright draws the foul. This might be the game with the clock the way it is with 2 free throws. The foul's on Drew Bailey, but it's only bookkeeping at this point. Lopez Fulbright to shoot a pair. Missed the first. Thanks again, Bob Mori Auto Body, Foster Roofing, presenting sponsors of Wolverine basketball broadcasts. Missed them both. Off and running, here's Gathright. 2 seconds and 1. That is forced up, and it won't go, and that's the ball game. 75-53, an impressive wire-to-wire Wolverine win in this one. And the Wolverines have won 4 straight. They moved to 4-2 in conference play. Southside drops to 0-6 in the league, and they've lost 8 in a row. Thanks to our Wolverine Network crew bringing you the pictures here tonight. I'm Derek Ruskin saying so long from Fort Smith. Wolverines with an impressive win. Girls win big, and the boys win at 75-53. Good night, everybody.